Hello, friends. While you may be working as an entrepreneur or as a business owner and you are focusing more on performance, profit, and growth, I think this is good that you are focusing on performance, profit, and growth. But with that, you have to also focus on your cash flow. Because at the end of the day, जिसके बिजनेस में ज़्यादा है कैश उसी को बिजनेस में है ऐश. जिसके बिजनेस में ज्यादा है कैश उसी को बिजनेस में है ऐश. If you have more cash in your business, you will have more ash in your business. So now how you are going to create an effective cash flow tools, how you have the effective and positive cash flow, that is important. The profit performance, that is good, but how you have the cash flow, because at the end of the day you have to pay timely the salaries to your employees, because at the end of the day you have to pay to your suppliers, you have to do some recurring expenses, you have to do some investment. For that you need a cash, and the cash is important. So how you are going to build up that positive cash flow system so that you will never be at difficulties and you'll never be have a less cash in your business. You always have a good cash and never be a shortage of the cash. How you will build up that is important. So आपको क्या करना है एज ए माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, आप कैसे कैश फ्लो बढ़ाएंगे, कैसे कैश फ्लो को इंप्रूव करेंगे, आप कब इंश्योर हो जाएंगे कि आपके पास प्रॉपर कैश मैनेजमेंट है, प्रॉपर कैश फ्लो है, पॉजिटिव कैश फ्लो है. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. यू हैव ए गुड एक्रूवल प्रॉफिट, गुड बुक प्रॉफिट. आप क्या करेंगे उस एक्रूवल प्रॉफिट का, बुक प्रॉफिट का, जब आपके पास वर्किंग कैपिटल नहीं है, कैश फ्लो नहीं है, आपके पास गुड प्रॉफिट है लेकिन सैलरी देने के लिए पैसे नहीं है, आप क्या करेंगे उस गुड प्रॉफिट का. So it is important. And while you go and see the large corporations, how they are beautifully managing the cash flow, they have the system structures, and basis of that system structure, they are able to manage those effective cash flow, and they are not facing or shortage of the cash flow because they are managing this effectively. And जैसे वो मैनेज करते हैं वैसे माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को भी मैनेज करनी चाहिए. I know that you do not have that efficient tools, but depending upon the volume and the business that you have, you can also have an options to manage the positive cash flow. And how you are going to create the positive cash flow, let I break down here the 7 deliverables, the 7 steps that are adding the values and that are adding to know about that how you can manage the positive cash flow in your business. How you are going to manage the positive cash flow in your business. So this 7 deliverables, 7 steps is going to help you to know that. This is important. Would you like to know that 7 effective ways? And that is going to create the positive cash flow for your business? Yes. And if that yes you would like to know that, दोस्त आपको एक काम करना है. For continue to listen this video, you have to be connect with me. Subscribe this. Come in this platform and find out more innovative videos which are helping you to know about how to create the system standard structures in your business. It is important, and that will be possible only when you start to connect with me, because what about the information that I'm exploding in front of you, this is completely a pure practical base. This is pure the practical base, nothing is theory. That what I have gained the experience in the industry and with the different business icon, ये मैं आपको बताता हूं कि बिजनेस में कैसे आपको ग्रो करना है. A different topic that I am bringing for you, and these all are the complete practical base. So come and connect with me. I love And that is the my biggest assets. If you connect with me, if you watch me, it is the my biggest assets. So come to the point. What are the 7 best way, 7 deliverables that would help you to create the positive cash flow, a sound cash flow? So the first deliverable that is going to add more values and to create the positive cash flow is to create the cash planning tool. Now, what do you mean by the cash planning tool? As the name suggests, as the name refers, cash planning tool. So what you have to do here, that you have to see simply in a tabular form and brought a statement that what you have the cash balance, what you have the bank balance, and what you have the receivable balance. Just add these 3 figures. What you have cash in your hand, what is you have the bank balance, and what is the receivable balance, that the money is in the market that you have not received it. इन तीनों को क्लब कीजिए, कैश का बैलेंस, बैंक का बैलेंस और रिसीवेबल का बैलेंस. तो ये तीनों मिला करके आपके पास एक इनफ्लो है जो आपके रियल इनफ्लो है, जो आपने कस्टमर को सर्विसेज दिया हुआ है, उसके अगेंस्ट में आपने सेल किया है, दैट इज द रिसीवेबल पार्ट. एंड कुछ आपके पास बैंक में है, कुछ आपके पास कैश में है. विद दैट start to create the planning of receivable on month to month, कि आपका अगला महीना में कितना का रिसीवेबल है, उसके अगले महीना, उसके अगले महीना, ये आपको क्रिएट करना है. सो यू हैव द एक्चुअल रिसीवेबल विद द पोटेंशियल रिसीवेबल. तो ये आपको एटलीस्ट 1 साल के लिए करनी है. 1 साल का आपका कैश प्लानिंग बनानी है. तो 1 साल में आपको पता चल गया आपके पास रियल रिसीवेबल कितना है और पोटेंशियल रिसीवेबल कितना है. दोनों को क्लब कीजिए, आपके पास 1 साल का इनफ्लो आपको पता चल गया. Now you have that receivable. Now what do you mean by the receivable? Receivable simply means that what you have sell or serve the services to the customer against which you have received the money from the customer, against which you have to receive the money from the customer. आपने भी रिसीव नहीं करा है, रिसीव करना है. तो ये आपका रिसीवेबल का पार्ट में है. तो what you have to do here is, when you have the number, inflow number, similarly you have to create the outflow numbers. Then how much you are going to pay the salaries to the employees, how much you have the rent expense, the electricity expense, the other fixed expense, the investment expense, ये सारे आपको क्लब करने हैं, एक समरी स्टेटमेंट में लेकर के आना है. दैट इज द कैश प्लानिंग. और जब आप कैश प्लानिंग करते हैं ना, एंड देन यू स्टार्ट टू थिंक दैट वेयर इज द गैप, वेदर यू हैव द मोर कैश इनफ्लो और मोर कैश आउटफ्लो. And if you have the more cash outflow, then you start to find the opportunity how you can reduce that. And for reducing the cash outflow, you have to increase the sales. Increase the sales. ये आपको कैश प्लानिंग के टूल से पता चलेगा. And once you have the cash planning tool, you start to analyze. When you receive the payment from the customer and when you are paying to your supplier, अगर आपका सप्लायर के साथ में कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 30 दिन का है, तो आइडियली कस्टमर के साथ में भी आपका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 30 दिन या 15 दिन का होना चाहिए. लेकिन अगर कस्टमर के साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आपका 60 दिन का है, 90 दिन का है, और सप्लायर के साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट अगर आपने 30 दिन का किया हुआ है, तो यू विल ऑलवेज हैव ए नेगेटिव कैश फ्लो एंड ऑलवेज हैव ए शॉर्टेज ऑफ द फंड इन योर अकाउंट. तो आपको वहां पे क्या करना पड़ेगा? यू हैव टू आइदर एक्सटेंड the credit period of your supplier from 30 days to 60 days or 90 days, or you have to reduce the credit period of your customer. So you have to talk to your customer कि आपको ये credit period reduce करना पड़ेगा. With the cash planning tool, the second deliverable that will add some more values and create more positive cash flow is to manage the accounts receivable. Now what do you mean by the accounts receivable? जब आप सेल्स करते हो गुड्स का या सर्विसेज का, जब आप सेल्स करते हो, सेल्स करते ही आपका वो रिसीवेबल बन जाता है. रिसीवेबल का मतलब कि आपको कस्टमर से पैसा लेना है. that is pending from the customer. Now, how you are going to manage the accounts receivable? You have done the more sales, more sales, more sales. You have the more receivable, but you are not bringing the money into your bank account. What do you think? Is it going to add the values to your business? You would have the more receivable, इसमें you have the more outstanding. और आपके पास ज़्यादा पैसा कस्टमर के पास पड़ा हुआ है, मार्केट में पड़ा हुआ है. हाउ यू रन योर बिजनेस इफेक्टिवली, हाउ यू पे द फिक्स एक्सपेंसेस, एम्प्लॉय सैलरीज एंड अदर. तो ये आपको ध्यान देना पड़ेगा कि आपके पास अकाउंट्स रिसीवेबल कम से कम हो. अगर कम से कम अकाउंट्स रिसीवेबल है तो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बैंक बैलेंस है. जब ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बैंक बैलेंस है, देन ऑलवेज यू हैव ए पॉजिटिव कैश फ्लो. ऑलवेज यू वुड हैव द पॉजिटिव कैश फ्लो. तो रिसीवेबल आपको कंट्रोल करनी पड़ेगी. And you have to make sure that there are certain reports, namely the aging report, category wise, day wise, that you have to be analyzed, and basis of that you have to take the corrective actions. Find out who are the customer who are not paying timely, who are the customer who are paying timely. You have to see and create kind of some informations which can help you. ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो मैनेज योर अकाउंट्स रिसीवेबल. आपका अगर अकाउंट्स रिसीवेबल में कस्टमर का आउटस्टैंडिंग अगर 60 दिन से ऊपर हो जाता है फ्रॉम द ड्यू डेट, तो आपकी अलार्मिंग सिचुएशंस बननी चाहिए. आपकी अलार्मिंग सिचुएशन बननी चाहिए कि आपका कस्टमर पैसा क्यों नहीं दे रहा है. एंड इफ योर कस्टमर्स आर नॉट गिविंग द मनी टू यू, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू run your business effectively. So make sure that you have a lesser accounts receivable, more bank balance by getting collected amount from the customer, and that's the best idea, best wise idea to have a positive cash flow. With that, the third deliverable that would add more values to your business is manage the accounts payable. Now, what do you mean by the accounts payable? Similarly, जैसे आप कस्टमर को सर्व करते हो और बेचते हो, अकाउंट्स रिसीवेबल बनता है. वैसे सप्लायर से आप परचेज करते हो और सर्विस लेते हो, तो ये आपके लिए अकाउंट्स पेबल बन जाता है. Now, while you are taking the services from the supplier to provide the services to your customer, supplier is your extended part of your team. It is not in your payroll, but it is your internal part, because suppliers are also helping you to fulfill the customer expectations. What is the customer demand? What is the customer desire? What is the customer need? What is the customer willingness? That either your teams are fulfilling or your suppliers are fulfilling or together both are fulfilling. यही होता है. तो suppliers are your extended parts. Now, how you are going to manage your supplier? If you are not getting collected the money from your customer and you have the more accounts receivable, then it is a bigger problem than how you will pay to your suppliers. If your customers is having the agreement, the credit period agreement or the arrangement for a 90 days, 120 days, 60 days, and you would have the credit period here in supplier, the 30 days, 45 days, then again you will have the negative cash flow. ये आपको देखना पड़ेगा आपको बिजनेस में. तो सप्लायर जिसको आपको पे आउट करना है, इफ यू डू नॉट हैव द पॉजिटिव कैश फ्लो and you are finding some shortage of the fund, then you have to manage with your supplier as well. You have to inform to your supplier that because of this and these reasons we are not able to pay out, and that you have to manage in your business. तो सप्लायर एंड कस्टमर, इनके साथ में आपको बैलेंस बना के चलना पड़ेगा. कस्टमर से जल्दी से पैसा कलेक्ट कीजिए ताकि सप्लायर को आप टाइम पे पे कर पाए. And if you are not getting collected the money from the customer and you are paying to your supplier only, then the day would become where you will have the shortage of the fund and you are not able to pay the salary even to your employees. And what happens when you are not able to pay the salary to your employees will be getting demotivated, your employees will not work, and your employees will start to leave you. बिकॉज एम्प्लॉयज के पास कोई अदर इनकम्स नहीं होता है, उसके पास एक तनख्वाह की इनकम्स होती है जो आप उसको टाइमली नहीं दे रहे हैं, तो हाउ एम्प्लॉय विल मैनेज दियर होम। तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आपको वर्किंग कैपिटल को बैलेंस में लेकर के रखना पड़ेगा। विद दैट, द फोर्थ डिलीवरेबल that will help you to create more positive cash flow is to liquidate old inventory, and this is important। अगर आपके पास ओल्ड इन्वेंट्री है उसको हटाइए, स्क्रैप में भेजना है, डिस्काउंटेड में बेचना है, जो करना है कीजिए, उसको हटाइए। एंड दैट द ओल्ड इन्वेंट्री that would help you to create a balance in the inventory system, which will help you to know about that how much the stock you have, that is the good stock। सो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा आपके बिजनेस में, ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है ये। एंड विद द लिक्विडेट ऑफ ओल्ड इन्वेंट्री, द फिफ्थ डिलीवरेबल, द फिफ्थ step that the entrepreneur and the business owner that they have to keep in their business to create the positive cash flow is to offer the discount for fast payment। So now it is important, you have to see that what is your old aging। अगर old aging में गया हुआ है, you simply offer to your customer that pay after deducting 5% discount, 10% discount, 20% discount, depending upon कि आपकी वर्थ कितनी है, उस वैल्यूज का कितनी रिस्क है, उसके बेसिस पर डिसीजंस लीजिए, पैसा लेकर के आइए। दैट इज द इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। एंड सिमिलरली यू हैव टू आल्सो डू विद योर सप्लायर्स। सप्लायर को जल्दी पैसे चाहिए, डिस्काउंट पे पैसा दे दीजिए, डिस्काउंट पे पैसा उसको पे आउट कर दीजिए। एंड दैट्स हाउ द ब्यूटी ऑफ द डिस्काउंट that you can offer with your customer and to your supplier as well। So while you have the discount offer for fast payment, it is helping you to create more cash inflow by getting the amount from the customer and paying the less amount to the suppliers। With the offer discount, the sixth deliverable that is more important to create the positive cash flow is to communicate effectively within the business। Now what do you mean by the communicate effectively within the business? While you see the micro, small and medium entrepreneurs, उनके साथ सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स है कि they have the lacking in communications। Even though you have a lesser team, 2 manpower teams, 3 manpower teams, 5 manpower teams, no problem, communicate effectively within the business। What is the aging analysis? What would be the impact if you are not getting the money within the right time? What and where you have to offer the discount to your customer? How you have to pay to your supplier? And when the suppliers are demanding for the discount, you have to discuss broadly within the business that what is the requirement of the business, what is the suits of the business, and basis of that you have to take a decisions। That's the beauty of the effective communications। So within the business you have to start to visualize and communicate effectively in order to take the decisions, building more power of the cash flow। So that is how it is important। Effective communications within the business is helping you to create the right decision system, and when you are taking the right decision system, you will be able to create some kind of the positive informations, positive cash flow informations। That is how it is important। And with this, the seventh deliverable that you have to take care in your business for creating the positive cash flow is the exceptional reporting system। While you see that most of the small, medium and micro entrepreneurs are keeping the exceptional reporting system in underrated, and if you go and see that this is the complete rated, the informations And while you go and see the large corporations, efficient corporations, they always have a standard acceptable reporting system, and basis of that they are able to take the quick decisions for their business and able to fulfill the expectations of the business, which is missing in micro, small and medium entrepreneurs. So आपको क्या करना है? एक्सेप्शनल रिपोर्टिंग सिस्टम डेवलप करनी है. While you have a 2 manpower teams, 5 manpower teams, no matter, ये आपको डेवलप कर रहे हैं सो दैट कि एक्सेप्शनल रिपोर्टिंग सिस्टम के बेसिस पे आप डिसीजंस ले सके, टाइमली डिसीजन ले सके, एक्यूरेट डिसीजन ले सके. जब आप एक्सेप्शनल रिपोर्टिंग सिस्टम डेवलप करेंगे, यू वुड बी एबल टू नो दैट व्हाट आर द रियल स्टेटस ऑफ योर कस्टमर, हुज कस्टमर्स, where you have to focus more, and who are the customer who are creating more struggle, who are the supplier with whom you have the greater relationship, who are the supplier with whom you have the bad relationship. and ये सारे आपको एक्सेप्शनल रिपोर्ट से पता चलेंगे, नंबर से पता चलेंगे. and that's the important part, that while you are going to create the exceptional report, that would help to the management to take the right decisions at the right time at the right place. And while you are taking the right decision at the right time at the right place, you would be able to create some more valuable ethics for your business. So that is how it is important here. So create an exceptional report for your business to be able to develop the positive cash flow system, because this is important. Then while you have the positive cash flow system in your business, at the end of the day, जिसके बिजनेस में कैश है, जिसके बिजनेस पे ज्यादा कैश है, उसके बिजनेस पे ज्यादा ऐश है. And while you have the ज्यादा cash, you will have the ज्यादा ऐश. Start to create that. And you know, while you are not creating the positive cash flow, you will always have a shortage of the fund. You will always have a bigger problem to run your business. You will always have a firefighting to manage the business. You will always have a dependency to yourself directly, because your teams are not going to work on your behalf, because you are not paying the timely salary to your teams. So shortage of the funds is creating a bigger problem, and you will have an umbrella kind of problems where you are going to just solve those kind of problem instead of focusing on the strategic system and development of the business. So create the positive cash flow. And while you are in a business and managing the business for a 10-year, 15-year, not able to manage the cash flow, it is not possible to manage your business for a 10-year or 15 years. It is not possible. So while you are in a business managing the cash flow, I think this is good. And if you are not able to manage the cash flow, you start to manage the cash flow with the help of this 7 deliverable. These are the 7 ways which can help you to create the solid, structured, scientific proof, the cash flow, the positive cash flow. And जब आप ये करेंगे ना, आपका बिजनेस ग्रो करेगा, आपका टीम सपोर्ट करेगा, आपका टीम्स का जब आप टाइमली सैलरी पे करोगे, इंसेंटिव टाइमली दोगे ना, आपका टीम्स परफॉर्म करेगा. एंड इट इज हाउ इट इज गोइंग टू क्रिएट द लार्जर अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन योर बिजनेस विद द डिफाइंड पीरियड ऑफ द टाइम. सो व्हाट आर यू वेटिंग फॉर? स्टार्ट टू क्रिएट द पॉजिटिव कैश फ्लो with the help of these 7 deliverables. These are going to help you to create the right system, and the 7 deliverables will work as a right punch to create the positive cash flow in your business, and your business with more leverage able to create the dynamic opportunity with the more cash flow, with the more cash profit. So start to create and apply in your business of this 7 deliverable to able to develop more and more business opportunities within the defined period of the time. This is Sanjay signing out. Until we meet again, thank you. Thank you very much.